よし。お久しぶりでございます。とても久しぶりですが、またやっていこうと思います。タンスタックスタートっていうのは、結構話題で上がってるんで、試してみようかなと。一旦ね、Go の方は一旦置いといて、デプロイメントアラがアダプター。一旦これでいいか。タンスタック DP。これと、ホームと、ショット CM。こうやってもいいのかな。スキューライトで。よし。本当に何も知らないんですけど、タイニー URL ってことで、普通の URL が来たら、それを省略した形で返して、実際その場所にリクトされるようにするみたいな、そんなものを作ってたと思います。けど、タンスタックだと UI もあるから、ちょっと悩みどころではありますけどね。そのまま Go で作っちゃってもよかったかな。変えちゃおうかな。うん。でもいいかな。ネームで起動できましたって。これに、職人。全部ゼロにしようか。タンスタックスターター。ソースのルーツのインデックスと HTML。テクスト T6 だ。これか。うん。デブツールか。おー。適当に作れますかね。タイは、 なみに、これは、app.css、style.css を込んでて、これか。ここから下をしてみて、していくの。うん。で、探索リンクとクエリ。これが、ルートを作ってるのか。探索ルーター。うん。TB。これと、スキュール。スキーマだから、あ、そうだか。トゥーユーズっていうスキーマができてるのか。ここに、エクスパントコンスト、URL2、イコール、イコール、スキューライトテーブル、URL2、まず ID でしょ。で、じゃあ、とか、じゃあ、ナンバーか。ナンバーで、仕様に、プライマリキー、オートインクリメント、トゥル、と、一旦クリエイティッドアット、ここはもう、これにしていいな。それで、URL、テキスト、じゃあ、URL、ID、チャイニー、ID とかにしとく。これもテキストとトンネルで。はい。 ページです。DB ジェネレート。DB ジェネレート。ステーブできちゃった。ちょっと待って。2つもいらないかな。回消してみて、下に行って、じゃない、回実行、というのできる。ただ他に、とりあえず使ってたことかな。ない。よし。ルーツインデックスと tx ね。Tanstack スタート。チュートリアル。エクスポートコンスト、ルート、クリエイトファイルルーツ、コンポーネントで、コンポーネントとローラー。フォルダーで、フォルダーのはあ、これ多分普通にやってたよね。関して、サブミット。よいしょ。そうだ。ローライトをフォームに送って、難しいなぁ。と、フォーム、一緒にタイプ。あるかな。 ベントホームのホームイベントの HTML フォームとサブミットとサブとこれちょっとできるのかな。できそうだな。フォームイベント、フォーム、どうだね。だろうなかったか。フォームイベントいつデプリケイティって。じゃあなんだ今はなんだサブミットイベントハンドラー。サブミットハンドラーですか。サブミットイベントハンドラー。フォームエレメント。よし、一旦いいや。とりあえず送信が作るのかな。それに、じゃあできる。今日は、ちょっとパッから、スクロール2回までやるかな。こっちの方がいいかな。Tanstack。じゃあ、Tanstack start。
There's a new framework called Tanstack Start that has gotten a bunch of attention over the past few months, and this one isn't just a bunch of hype. What makes Tanstack Start so unique is that it's part of the Tanstack ecosystem. So the same team that gave us tools like Tanstack Query, Tanstack Router, and Hyper video description of T2 is from here, we're going to get up far. Let's go these pages. We'll clear out everything between the root.tsx file is our site's root layout. So it wraps all the pages and contains the main layout to our site that you see on every page. Here we see the header component that will change depending on which page. So in our header component and all root name of the route inside of, and then the path to this name is just going to be /contact since we're just following that file name convention. Notice that when we create this file, we automatically get this code. We didn't have to write any of this. That's because when our server is running, Tanstack's router will actually read this file name and it'll automatically generate all of this for us. So we don't actually have to set this file path right here. Now, if I want to change this route path, I don't change it here. What I need to do is update the file name. So we can simply update it like this. And here we can see this path is now updated. Now, each page consists of two main components. First, we have this create file route method right here, and then the actual component it returns. I'm going to quickly update this text here, and we're just going to go ahead and open up this page by visiting this route path right here and Tanstack router. The link component consists of the to property, which points to the page. Now for the home of our website, so we have basic pages on all this product. Now I output this data of products here, and we're just going to set it like this. Is type like pages, but products and text. I want to set proper type safety in place, and things are going to work. Just loader is an instance of the create Tanstack router method, which consists of some basic configuration to make this router work. But the main part I want to focus on is this route tree value here that's passed into our router. Now we get route tree from this file called routetree.gen.ts, and this consists of all the information about the actual routes inside of our website. So if we open up routetree.gen.ts, we'll see all the routes within our app here. So we'll see products, we can see about, we can see the actual homepage and so on. So all that core information. These are essentially just route instances that make up the actual route paths here. And this is how Tanstack knows about each route. This is how it can control the type safety inside of our application. These routes are then exported into this route tree instance and then passed into our actual router right here. It adds how functions that are tied to routes and are called anytime a route path maybe call some function. We can now load requires an ID parameter. You can access the ID parameter by passing in params and extracting that ID. So this is how we can get that specific parameter. Now from here, we can just import our get product by ID function, and we can just go ahead and call it inside of our loader, pass down the ID parameter, and then go ahead and return that product value. And then have no issues. But if and first, that's what we're going to cover in this will show you how we can fix. We're going to see logic and nice edges to CO experience. Also, don't want to we can prevent get a server FN method. Now we're going to go ahead and call create server function called the handler method, and then we need to access this data parameter. So we're calling the database, we're calling the get product. They're all very any server-side code, but to create an API route called API, and then we're going to return back a simple server handler. In our handler method, we want to specify the HTTP method like get and post. In this case, I'm going to just specify this as get, and we're going to return a response with some JSON data. If we want this route to handle a post request, I could just go ahead and add in another handler and specify this one as post, and that's all we need to make this work. So if I open up this endpoint, if I go to this route, here we go. We see our response deploying our in the past, adding our host to 0000 means that this array.com. So we're going to on render.com, and this is going to be fine. So that's all. We're going to see all our projects. We're about to create a render-traversy media to go through. You're the closest to ready package.json. If you have so, and that's the core of Tanstack Start. At this point,
if you're tired of inside of this file, and that's because there's this thing called this route tree.gen. This is a file that is generated based on the routes you have defined inside this routes folder, but it's only generated while you're running your application. So we need to actually do npm run dev. That's how you start up your application. And once we start up our application, you'll actually see that this file is going to be populated and generated with all the different routes in our application. So everything inside of here is going to be generated in this file, and that's what gives us the really good type safety throughout our entire application. Now I just gave that a second and you can see it started up localhost 3001. If we open it up, we can get the demo on the right, which really doesn't matter. But if we look on the left, you can see we get that route tree.gen, and inside of here is all the generated TypeScript and code that we need to be able to have that type safety throughout our entire application. And the nice thing is you don't need to mess with this file at all. It's automatically generated for you. And you can see inside of here, we still have that TypeScript error. If we just hit Control-Shift-P and we restart our TypeScript server, this is going to fix that problem for you. And this may be and it's fully tested of all of these imports, and see at the bottom, both of those are there. Really, the main bulk of our application is where this children is right here. That's where it's going to render out our different routes. So if you're familiar with something for our into Vermont, and then we also have an
状態に、サーバーから持ってくるときは、いいセンサー。ローダーっていうのが、これちょっと勉強しないとですね。ちょっと、しっかり勉強しましょうかね。一旦終わります。